Man, White House messaging on COVID is getting dark this week. You had a moment here. We'll start with Rochelle Walensky. She's the director of the CDC, and she goes full doomer during this call. She says, I'm going to toss the script out. I'm feeling a sense of impending doom. She says she's scared and suggests that if we don't really focus on COVID right now, that we're going to kill whatever old relatives are left on this earth with us. So first, let's start with her, and then we'll get to who Joe Biden is blaming for all this before we decide whether or not all of this is warranted or good messaging. Here she is talking today when she ditches the script.
I'm going to lose the script, and I'm going to reflect on the recurring feeling I have of impending doom. We have so much to look forward to, so much promise and potential of where we are, and so much reason for hope. But right now, I'm scared.
She says she's scared. Now, I want to point out something real quick. She said, I'm going to go off script. Her eyes are still looking at a script, I think. But judge for yourself. She's going further down into this territory of doom and gloom that she sees potentially ahead.
We have come such a long way. 3 historic scientific breakthrough vaccines, and we are rolling them out so very fast. So I'm speaking today not necessarily as your CDC director, and not only as your CDC director, but as a wife, as a mother, as a daughter, to ask you to just please hold on a little while longer. I so badly want to be done. I know you all so badly want to be done.
That's true.
Just almost there, but not quite yet. And so I'm asking you to just hold on a little longer, to get vaccinated when you can, so that all of those people that we all love will still be here when this pandemic ends.
Ooh, she said, so all of those people that we love will still be here when this ends. That's dark, man. That's doom and gloom right there. So she's saying, right now I'm scared. Please hold on. She has a feeling of impending doom. This making waves. Here's stat news before we get to Biden's comments and who he's blaming this on. Right now, I'm scared. CDC director warns of coming spike in COVID-19 case counts. And I also want to talk about if all this is warranted, if there's any actual science behind the fear that we're seeing here. But let's go over to Biden, because he threw a presser today, and he's on this same messaging that the CDC director was. But he's pointing his ire at all of these governors who recently opened up their states and rescinded, in some cases, the mask mandates. So here goes Biden.
I'm reiterating my call for every governor, mayor, and local leader to maintain and reinstate the mask mandate. Please, this is not politics. Reinstate the mandate if you let it down. And businesses require masks as well. The failure to take this virus seriously, precisely what got us in this mess in the first place, risk more cases and more deaths. Look, as I do my part to accelerate the vaccine distribution and vaccinations, I need the American people to do their part as well. Mask up. Mask up. It's a patriotic duty.
All right.
It's the only way we ever get back to normal.
All right. He says it's the only way we ever get back to normal. This is some pretty down messaging here. I'm a fan personally of more glass half full or light at the end of the tunnel messaging. I think it inspires people better. I think you're going to get a better reaction out of people. If you say to people this far into what's happening here in this country, that you feel a sense of impending doom, you're about to cry, and you're the CDC director, or you're the vice president, and you're going after the states that are starting to open up, it feels like this is stretching on forever. And let's look at the numbers to see if that backs all this up. I think some more positivity, I think some more upbeat and having a little more carrot and a little less stick would benefit the administration as a whole. Here's Texas, by the way, and this is who Joe Biden is going after. President Biden is talking about these states with the mask mandates and that they should put them back in place. Texas is doing just fine. We're almost 3 weeks in to the rescinding of the mask mandate in the state of Texas. The 7-day average on new confirmed cases is way down. New probable cases are down and maintaining. Look at fatalities by date of death. It is like the worst roller coaster drop I have ever seen. 13 new fatalities reported today in Texas. You're never going to see zero, at least not in the very near future, because this is so far out there. Why is this happening? People are loosening up a little bit. They're getting a bit more mobile. You can see here by these mobility trends, people walking, driving, involving themselves in transit travel a lot more. You also see the percent of individuals who are going back to normal social activities, like visiting a friend or relative, visiting a grocery store or pharmacy, visiting a bar. All these things are ticking up a little bit, so people are getting more comfortable. Maybe all of this doom and gloom is designed to scare people into getting back in order and hiding away for a couple of more months until more of the vaccines come out. I just don't know that the messaging is going to work. Here are the hospitals. We've flattened the curve. We are in a position now where in the United States, according to HHS, they have 70% of the inpatient beds in use, all right? 70% of the hospital beds are taken up right now. That's normal. That's where it generally is. Only 5.8% of those beds are filled with COVID patients. The little teeny slice of those used beds. Then we look at the positive test rate around the country. Look at this. Let me try to zoom in so you can see this a bit better. You can see that it's way down still. This was our peak right here when we were up at 13.6% positive test rates. Now we're way down at 4.6 nationwide. And the places where these are going up, if you want to look at them, let's look real quick as we're doing this live at a state like New York or New Jersey. And you'll see that they are still doing fairly well, but you can see that this average in new cases is going up a bit for them. And these are states where they have mask mandates. So I don't understand the misplaced focus there on behalf of the president. And here is ICU capacity. This band in the middle, those are people who are COVID beds, right? So you see how many people here were COVID beds of the total percentage, and then only a little bit right here, which is where we're at now. This is what we're truly looking at. But that was some very doomer-esque language. What do you think about the CDC director's comments and President Biden's comments? Do you think it's too negative, too glass half full, and not enough positivity to encourage people to keep fighting because we're almost there? This is not keep fighting, we're almost there. This is, oh my God, we're all going to die. Impending doom and scared CDC directors. So what do you think about all of this and where we're going to see this country going in the next several weeks? Another lockdown because of the tack that's being taken here to protect these people? What is it that you see happening next, and what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please do hit share. I always appreciate you spreading the word. If you're new, click follow over on Facebook at facebook.com/thenewsjunkie to get videos just like this every single day. On YouTube, hit subscribe, and we'll see you again real soon.